minutes and then put a label of bipolar on you in 20 minutes? Is that possible?
Well, it is possible because...
How can it be possible in 20 minutes?
A psychiatrist who has experience in working, they ask the right questions and they could.
No, the questions that were asked were about my faith in Jesus Christ. She come up with something. I can give you the printout of this. I have a childlike outlook on life because I believe I have a faith in Jesus Christ. That's my right to my religion, First Amendment. So, and you cannot. There is no way. You know what a DSM-4 is? Do you know what's inside of it? You know the criteria that it takes to build something in 20 minutes. You can't do that. It's impossible. It is impossible. You can't do it. Something's going on here. And what it looks like is basically, it looks like that they're funneling, using the homeless people. They're funneling this stuff off the, they're giving you the easy way out to where they put a label on you. Then you got to go to the shrink, because I got 2 instances in the shelter of this happening. I'm giving the information about the DSM-4. They're taking brain damaged people and trying to put psychological labels on them, taking them over and feeding them, different medications and stuff, which is totally unnecessary. And it seems like it's feeding another part of the system. Like the whole system seems to be designed right now to feed, to feed everything, money-wise. So it's like, then we don't have any money when it comes down to the bottom because everybody's sucking it up. So it's like I'm saying, that's evil. That first one, that was already in the system because it's tied to my HA number, right? So the thing is, if you already had that before, and that's why I told him this, I got a psychological evaluation. The same lady, a psychiatrist, the same one as her. How come this time I don't have any psychological problems, but that time I did in the same amount of time frame? And I told him, which one you want? The true one or the false one? The true one or the false one? So like I said, it's impossible for anybody to diagnose anything. Besides, the criteria has changed. It's easier for people to be shown through the system if they can have a label put on it. It's like a nod, wink, wink. Take these medications. Go along with the thing. You can get SSI and the rest of that stuff too. The taxpayers are paying for this. It's fraud. It's fraud. It's fraud. Okay. So the thing is, since I'm an activist, and I see these things, I have the intellect to do this. When my best friend was over at the hospital, I see what they were doing to her, to trying to do this stuff to her. I was there for her, and I had her back and stuff. I'm sitting there, I'm talking to her, what they're doing to him. I'm explaining to her. One time, they gave her some medication that almost killed her. So basically, they said, he gave me activated charcoal. Or he gave me charcoal. I said, yeah, what you do is, you take the activated charcoal, stir it in water, put it in there. It absorbs all those drugs that they gave you falsely. And then they give you syrup of epicath to show it up. You know what happened then? The doctor that was standing there looks at me like this. Because I'm speaking their lingo. He goes, who are you? Because he's nervous now. I peeped something that shouldn't be shown. You know what I'm saying? So the thing is, it's basically, I said that I'm her best friend. So the thing is, why did he get nervous in that? I exposed something. So the thing is, when you're an activist and you expose something, like I'm doing at the shelter too, with that stuff that's going on, you get punished for doing that. Things that should get connected, I'm excluded from everything. You know what I'm saying? The things that should work normally, like when my stuff gets faxed over here, I'm supposed to be on a voucher. That's the reason why I never got on the list. It's logic. So the thing is, what I keep doing then is I keep pressing the system. Since I know the data all the way around on how it works and how fraudulent it is, I take it to a level where the lies stop. And here's the bad thing about this. sooner or later they're going to figure out, even if it's at the top, sooner or later somebody is going to deny that stuff and to say, oh, wait a minute, you know, they screwed up. So I say, well, what are you going to do about it? Should they have their jobs or not?
Why not?
You know what I'm saying? So that's what I do when things don't smell right to me. You know, I escalate. I'm going to go to the supervisor next time.
You should.
And then who's her supervisor? You know her name?
No.
Okay, I'll find out from her.
When you meet with her?
But somewhere along the line, this crap has got to stop. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely. She'll be back next week, and feel free. I'll let her know. I'll email her to expect you on Wednesday.
Right.
And
it's like I said.
Sure.
You know, like I said, this was my right to get. You acknowledged it. You know what I'm saying? It's a clerical error on purpose. That's my theory.
Speak to her, and I'll speak to her also and see what is the best we can do for her.
Yeah, the best you can do is a voucher.
I know. If I have power, no.
Right. I have to go up the chain of command to somebody that has that power to give me what I'm supposed to have, because I'm not going to accept anything else.
Okay. No, that's your choice. No, and I agree with that. No, you have right to decide where you want to live.
Yeah,
which part
my
of the
right
program.
to choose.
Yeah.
Not some clerical error or some guy trying to force me to do something fraudulent. Well, you know, what kind of righteousness would I have if I allow myself to have a label put on me and go take medications unnecessarily and defraud the government? Thing is, I would be getting in bed with the people that are committing the fraud, right? So the thing is, you can't go after people if you're part and parcel part of that.
Yeah.
So did you notice that I never bid on that? You know. So now, because I never bid on that, I never did fraud. Now I can systematically go after people that are doing that.
Definitely.
So, like I said, you know, the HUD-Bash voucher is mine. I'm going to have that voucher because nothing else is going to be acceptable to me. You know what I'm saying? So I'll come back on the 10th.
Okay.
And we're gonna get to the bottom of this, because I got a lot of data on the shelter too. There's some really bad stuff going on there. The same thing as last time. You know, people that take stuff, you know, they're supposed to be intended for us, stealing stuff, allowing prostitution to run in the place, selling crack, drug dealers in there too. I've got a lot documented. Somewhere along the line, somebody's going to have to, like, basically give me what I want. You know? So, like I said, I'll be back on the 10th.
Okay.
And the thing is, I'm not going to go away on this.
I'm not saying that,
okay.
And I don't expect that either.
Right. Because the thing about being an activist, and you know that when you start making waves, they try to make your life a living hell on earth. You know? And that's the only reason why they're doing this. Now, like I said, I'll be back on the 10th. You know? I'm pretty much well versed in the DSM-4. I know that you can't diagnose somebody in 20 minutes. Then you have to ask somebody, you know, ask the question of, for what reason are you doing this when you can't theoretically do this? It's impossible. You can take any psychiatrist in any hospital, civilian ones, and ask them that same question. You can't do it in 20 minutes. Plus there was a little finessing that she did there, which I have documenting too. You know, she puts like unnecessary stress on people, and then when they get mad, she says you need anger management classes, things like that. You know? So I'll be back, but I don't know. Sometimes if you're righteous in the Lord, He has a way of like motivating people with different things that only the Creator of the universe can do. The thing is like the time that I see, the time frame for this stuff occurring, the way that I'm looking at this, it's running out really fast. You don't have any more time to waste on this stuff. So I can't tell you if the 10th's going to be soon enough or not, because that's only on God. Only he knows, you know. So it's a very, very big risk to keep doing things like this, you know. Just letting you know, you know what I'm saying, what time it is.
Thank you. Have a good day.
All right. Running out of time, man. Running out of time. Where am I at? I'm right here.
Back in the 60s, everybody wore Chuck Taylors. With the cars, you gotta be more Adidas. No, I'm just saying, I'm talking about good quality sneakers. Oh, well, you know, good quality sneakers. Well, you know, that's at the doctor. And, you know, the doctor kid, I mean, Adidas, you know, like Nike. Yeah. They you know, they weren't around. What's the name was all right? Until I don't know how their business just folded. They had a couple of joints like Pony. Oh, Ponies they were good. Back, Ponies, Jocks, they made a lot of money too. Ponies was good basketball sneakers.
I'll do that again. I'll do that again. She's gone. I don't have to go anywhere else. Now they're in trouble. Time is running out. Okay, this is Don Hart. This is, let me see here now. It is, it's Saturday, October 29th at 12:29 p.m. Basically, what I'm putting on the beginning of this is a separator on the Anita Tacker tape when I went back to torch to see her on 8/23/2011. Basically, you know, I want to be fluid. So I had seen her first on 8:03, and I came back on 8:23. The whole thing was that they were, you know, it was a setup with Tim. They had me in this stupid room, and I waited there and waited there. Tim never showed up, so then I had to go find Anita Thacker. So that's the date on this. I had to put it in there to make it fluid. This is gone out. My buddy was Hawaiian. They put big rocks on a big fire, heat them up. There's my buddy. Hey, Tim was supposed to see me at 10. Yeah. They told me to wait there. Okay. They told me to wait in that room. Okay. When I came here to try to get in touch with Tim to go where? Okay. You know, they tell me where to wait, and I wait. You know what I'm saying? Oh, fucking shit. Oh, Christ. Let me have a fucking cigarette now. That's a baby. That's a family baby. I mean, you did this before, so... No. I'm supposed to see Tim.
Yes.
Okay. Here's the thing that I don't understand. I'm trying to do this the right way. Everybody's coming back to the shelter, the new guys, and they're telling me that they're getting on the list for the HUD-based vouchers that are coming on in September. Yet the thing is that I'm trying to work within inside this thing. All I have to do is I haven't even been at the shelter for a year yet.
I spoke to you earlier. If you
no, you spoke to me a long time ago. You know, this stuff to where I'm being told that this is crazy. The things that I was told about, you know, my not making the list because my psychological profile wasn't faxed over in time. Then you got the younger guys coming in here, and they're all getting on the list for the HUD-based vouchers to be out there in September. So it's like, you know, why am I being screwed?
Okay. I actually had called your case manager from Borden Avenue had called me, and I had asked her if she can do the HRA 2010E, because the new vouchers which are coming, no, they are affiliated with HRA 2010E, which is the housing application.
Right.
And you need to have level 1 and level 3 approval on HRA 2010E, because the vouchers we are receiving, I think I explained that they are project-based vouchers, means It's only for one building. And I remember you said that
Okay. That was an SRO. I'm talking
about... It's not SRO.
Okay, I'm talking about a HUD-VASH voucher.
I'm saying the same thing.
Okay.
The HUD-VASH voucher, the new vouchers which are coming now,
okay,
they are attached with one building.
Okay,
in Brooklyn.
Okay, in Brooklyn?
Yes. And
this is getting very narrow.
That building is they require the New York 1 and 3 approval.
Okay.
So I think when I spoke to you last time, you said you don't want just one building.
Okay. No, I didn't say that.
Okay. If you're interested, we can still move on from there.
Yes. Okay. I'm talking about the HUD-VASH voucher.
It is HUD-VASH. This is HUD-VASH voucher. This is the building. The new vouchers are coming attached with the building.
Okay. But what you explained to me before was I wasn't going to get the HUD-VASH voucher. I was going to go to this. The one was a new building, but it was... It is
attached with the voucher. building has 49 units.
Okay.
Okay, so we will use that. The vouchers we will receive, the 49 vouchers would be, if say you are the one of the applicant, right? We will use one of the voucher which is given to us for this building only.
Okay. But there's only 49 slots then for that.
We can start the process now. We have.
This is what I'm talking about.
Okay.
But why wasn't this done before?
It's just we received the voucher a week ago.
Yeah, I understand this. But you knew they were coming.
But we can't do that without the wait. And you are on the waiting list. If you are
Okay.
willing,
You told me before I wasn't on the waiting list.
We can move on from now. I can call your case manager.
Do it.
And start your HRA 2010 application and get the approval, and then once we have the approval, I can personally complete your Section 8 application. So the application, the voucher, and the HRA 2010E all goes to this building.
Now, what's the restrictions on this building? Is there any?
They require HRA approval 1 and 3.
But what I'm saying is, for me,
it's like a unit, like you are living in an apartment building.
Okay, so I'm not in any of these.
There's no curfew.
That's what I'm saying. No. Or I can have anybody over anytime I want to, right?
You can have visitors, yes.
Okay, cool.
Nobody could live with you. That would go with any apartment.
Well, of course.
Right. Sure.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
No curfew. You could have visitors. This is going to be your apartment.
Right.
You can invite anyone you want.
Right.
Nobody can live with you, though.
Okay. Right.
Okay. If that's a yes from you,
yes.
I can call your case manager.
Because see, I have to. I had to meet with her on the 31st. That's the next day, and I needed to have something concrete.
I can give you in writing.
Do it. I need it.
Let me call her first.
Okay.
Who's
because
your case manager?
Here.
Miss Ramsey?
No. It's hold on. I'll show you.
Give me her name because I have all this.
I know. I'm not good with names.
Okay.
I don't want to give you the wrong one.
Okay.
It is Melanie Willis, extension 7217. I should have went to voicemail already.
I'm going to talk to someone else.
Okay. Could you tell me?
Good afternoon, Ms. Willis. This is Nita Thacker from HUD-VASH, Brooklyn. I'm here with Mr. Hart, Donald Hart, and we talked about the new vouchers we are going to receive for the project-based building in Brooklyn. He's interested in that, and in order to have him get the Section 8 application for that project-based voucher, I do need HRA 2010E with the New York 1 and 3 approval. I'll also speak to Doreen Johnson and Sabine, the housing coordinators at Borden Avenue, and let them know that we should start the process already. And if you already have New York 1 and 3, you could send me the approval letter. You could email it to me at nita.hacker@va.gov, and I can speak to you, and once I have that application and I can see the approval, we can complete the Section 8 application for Mr. Hart, and we can start the process. We only have limited number of vouchers, so I would request that you can do this as soon as possible. My number is 718-439-4350. Thank you so much. Have a good day. I'm going to call the housing coordinator at Borden Avenue, Ms. Johnson.
Go ahead.
Sabine.
Go ahead.
So we can, if they already have your application, then the approval.
I don't know. What's this? Can you tell me what this is? I just got this. What is that? I have no idea. Whatever this is, it doesn't sound like Section 8.
This is, I can access menu.
All right.
So if they have this interview for you, it means they already have your New York approval.
No, I don't know what that means. That's why I'm asking you.
No, that's why I'm going to call and find
out. See, it's wobbling back and forth. First I'm not on the list, and I'm on the list.
You are on the waiting list. That's not a
question
at all.
What a beautiful day.
Good afternoon, Ms. Manning. This is Nita Thacker from Languish, Brooklyn, VA. I'm calling regarding Mr. Donald Hart. He's here in my office, and I was explaining to him that he's on the waiting list, and we can do the project-based housing Section 8 voucher application for him if he has New York 1 and 3 approval. And he gave me a letter saying that he has an interview for 1381 East New York Avenue, Brooklyn, on August 24th. It means if he has New York approval 1 and 3, he can also apply for the Languish project-based housing voucher. Could you please call me at your earliest convenience? My number is 718-439-4350. Thank you. Let me call one more person.
Okay.
If this means that if you have the approval.
What if that's an SRO though?
This is SRO, but if the same approval you need for this one, the same approval we can use for the project-based.
That's what I want, the project-based.
The approval, yeah. So we're going to resolve it today.
Now, yeah, I hope we do. Yeah. Here's the thing is, now this building, is it new?
Brand new.
Okay.
We just built the building.
So then everything
they are going to move people as of December.
Okay, that's cool. Yeah, that's why this is exactly what I wanted to do all along. You know?
Let me call one more person.
Because I need a kitchen.
Yeah, the unit would have kitchen.
That's what I'm saying.
Your own bathroom, your own kitchen.
But these SROs, they don't have kitchens.
Some of the SROs have.
Yeah, but I don't want an SRO.
We're talking about the project-based building.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
more people I'm gonna call.
Cool. Who are you calling now?
Sabine, the housing.
Oh, Sabine was the one that brought me over here to begin with.